Hello, hello. I am Coach Jay, and I'm going to talk today about triggers. I always like to start my classes with a corny dad joke, and here's this today. Actually, I'm going to give you a riddle. You ready? What travels around the globe but never leaves its corner? I'll hum the Jeopardy theme. And then I'll expedite it. So again, what travels around the world but never leaves its corner? A postage stamp. Ba-dum-bum. If you can take two deep healing breaths with me, in through the nose, out through the mouth, preferably with your eyes closed, but however you feel safe or safest. And one. Awesome. So today I'm going to be talking about obsessive thoughts and triggers. I want to take a deep breath, exploring those destructive thoughts and images of your partner's affair, and learn about triggers because they can bring you to your knees. This is just a basic 101 class. I'm probably not going to get too deep, um, but so just a heads up for those that have been delving into triggers a lot. This may be stuff you already know, but good to bring it back to the forefront. One prominent struggle, obviously, that many betrayed spouses have after D Day is that they obsess about the details of what their partner was doing, and certainly a whole lot more. They're thinking about what people have said, their partner and the AP, what they did, where they went. They just, it's just a constant revolving thought in our mind of rehashing the destructive thoughts over and over in their mind, or your mind, or my mind, whoever mind has been dealing with this. These thoughts are excruciatingly painful. I mean, my God, like you feel physical pain. And rightfully so, because the same part of your body often that deals with certain types of trauma is also the same part of your body that allows us to feel physical pain. So they're very painful. They're very stressful, and they cause anxiety, depression, all sorts of things. It's not a pleasant thing to be. And I'll tell you something, it's like the worst feeling ever. And people say all the time, I would not wish this on my worst enemy. But you know what? If this is an issue with you right now, you can't beat yourself up about it because these thoughts are naturally going to occur. I mean, it is really your body and brain's way of trying to really get you on the healing journey for as much as it sucks. Um, in our So basically, these thoughts, feelings, and actions are serving a purpose. They're giving you, if you're having these triggers, these obsessive thoughts, they're giving you a sense of control while there's no control anywhere else. I mean, let's face it, if you feel like you're out of control, even if something's negative or unhealthy or harmful, you still might do it because it gives you a feeling of being in control. At least I can be in control of allowing my thoughts to go on a journey because control was robbed from you when your spouse went off and did whatever they did. Obsessive thoughts are going to interfere with your thinking, plain and simple. There's going to be difficulty on how you solve problems. There's going to be difficulty in your perception and ability to step into a situation and really pick up on everything that you need to pick up on and do. Of course, since your mind's been obsessing, you're not going to have as much time. Uh, you're not going to have much power to because all of your mind, body, and soul is going into these thoughts, these triggers. It's taking away from effort and energy that you need elsewhere. When you've been obsessing, it's unrealistic to expect your mind to be able to quickly solve problems, quickly assess everything that's going on, or to be on top of your game. It's not going to happen. You're not going to do the things as quickly or as thoroughly as before. With many, it takes about three times longer. Average could be even more. It takes about three times longer to do the things that you need to do because these obsessive thoughts and triggers are taking up a lot of space and energy in our mind, in our bodies, which is why, like, you could be washing dishes, having sex, taking a shower, praying at church, and you get a trigger and it could literally bring you to your knees. Or if you're home, you just need to go lie down because it's just such a toll and a tax on our body. Um, Obsessive thinking has a great effect on our emotions as well. We experience fear, anxiety, loss, loneliness, despair. It's just you feel helpless and hopeless and sad, and it's a horrible place to be. To the outsider, it could look as though the person who's experiencing obsessive thoughts is in kind of a way like losing it or losing control of their thinking. But one should actually look at it in terms of the obsessions as a rehearsal, because it's as if they keep rehearsing things over and over in their mind that until they can master handling it. But here's what's interesting: a lot of times we want to be in control of the conclusion of that journey that we go on. And what happens? It brings us right back to despair and depression because we can't have a handle on this. But it's a constant struggle and tug because it's one of the only things that gives us a sense of control, which, by the way, so does anger. You know, anger gives us a false sense of control. I say false because even though anger makes us feel big and bad and strong, when we are angry, we allowed ourselves to be at our weakest. Um, so it may be fear of being replaced. It may be fear of being unattractive. It could be fear of being boring. It could be, insecurities. It could be all these things. And to regain confidence is almost like we have to rehearse this stuff over and over again until we feel that we're on top of our game. And this could take months and years. And I just don't mean 2 or 3 years. Sometimes it takes 4, 5, 6 years to really, really, really feel as if your nose is above water and you can say, okay, I think I can really manage or accept or things. And it all depends on various things. Are you reconciling with your partner? Are you rebuilding with your partner? Did you leave your partner and you're working on yourself? Your faith background, your childhood or developmental trauma, your support systems. It really, really makes a lot of difference in in how you heal depending on your individual circumstances. It's like COVID. We're all in the same storm, but we all had our each individual boats. Um, if you are watching this and you've experienced your D-Day, you are now part of a club you never wanted to be involved in. You never wanted to be involved in this club, but you're here. You're here with everybody that's in that same storm, but everybody has different boats. Some people are reconciling, some people are in prison because they ran over their spouse. I mean, it's on a spectrum. But I did want to just talk to you about a few things you can do if you do have these obsessive thoughts and these triggers. Number one of the things that you can do is think about when you are happy healed. Um, what kind of person were you, or would you like to become when you're happy and healed? And really marinate on that for a little while. And then when you get an obsessive thought or a trigger, I want you to ask yourself, is this trigger helping me to achieve me becoming this helpful, healed person? And if not, then you have to ask yourself, is this serving me? If it's no longer serving me, then I need to put it away. Another thing you can do is give yourself some time to obsess or be triggered. Say, you know what? I'm going to give myself 20 minutes at 4 o'clock. Obsess. Think of all this. Think of what. And then at 6 o'clock, if a trigger comes, you can say, oh no, 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 no. I already gave this some time. I'm not going to give it any more time. Another thing you can do is hold some ice cubes in your hand. This has been proven to be effective. Another thing too is EFT or tapping. Tapping while giving yourself some positive affirmations, tapping yourself in certain points. These are things you can look up online. Another thing that you can do is splash your face with water. Another thing you can do is go out to the car and scream, punch your steering wheel. Another thing you can do is make sure that you're journaling. Journal. Get out your thoughts, your feelings, your frustrations. Another thing you can do is spout out some math facts. When we're engaging the prefrontal cortex, then the amygdala, then the emotional part of our brain can't be present, because we're so focused on engaging the prefrontal cortex. And the more complex the math questions are, you can start with 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 times 6 is 36, and then go into 36 times 2 is what? And the more you think about it, the more you're engaging the frontal cortex, the more you're taking your brain out of the emotional part of your brain, the more you're getting yourself out of the emotional part of your brain. Triggers can take us to our knees, but they don't have to keep you there. Tell yourself, I'm not in any imminent danger. There's no starving wild tiger in the room right now. I'm not in any danger. This already happened. I know about it. It's in the past. Some of you watching may have an affair that's currently going on, and so your thoughts and decisions might be a little bit different because it's not in the past. But for the majority of you watching this who had a D-Day, it's in the past. It cannot hurt you anymore. It could inform you, but it can't control you. So there's just a few things that you can do if you have obsessive thoughts and triggers. I hope some of these helped you on your healing journey after Discovery Day. But just know that the more you give energy and effort into something, the more it's going to grow. So make sure that your energy and your effort is into talking to your triggers. Yeah, they did that. However, A, B, and C. Or yes, this did occur, but A, B, and C. Or I can't change the past, but I can be in control of how I respond to that. Really, you got to talk to and engage your triggers and your obsessive thoughts. I hope that helped, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Never hesitate to reach out to me if I can do anything for you.